Hi guys, Shane here with Prosperity Painting Consultants. I wanted to talk to you about marketing. That is how you get business. All forms of marketing. Even if you're just at a barbecue and you're talking to your buddies and say, hey, I started this painting company. That's a form of marketing. It's great. It's free. Networking is going to be huge, but at the end of the day, your network's only so big, and you're going to have to generate clients to make this a big business. So there's probably 100 different ways you can market a painting business, and believe me, I tried every single one. I feel like where my strength is I really analyzed each one and tracked it down to a T in terms of the dollar amount I spent, how many leads were generated from it, and we're talking this took me 7 years to do. It wasn't easy, and I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars doing it, and in that time I've learned what works and what doesn't work. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and hints today. When a company calls you and tries to sell you a lead generation service of some sort, if they have a minimum contract of time where they say, oh, we need you to sign up for 6 months, 3 months, a year, whatever the case may be, it's a red flag. Some of those may work, but I found that it's always a red flag. It's like, why are you wanting us to do a minimum? If your product works, I'm going to continue to buy. And they're going to have tons of objection handling and overcoming that objection. They're going to try to close you and tell you, oh, well, it's because if you just try it for a month, it's not going to work, and it takes a lot of time to get this built up and working. And there's 100 other things that they're going to explain to you, but at the end of the day, I found that those usually have the worst return on investment, and they tend to not work. So it's a big red flag. I would be wary of those, and when you're first starting out, do things that don't have contracts, that you can cancel at any time, because if they don't work, then you can stop. Versus when you get in a 6-month agreement, the first month you spend all this money, you don't make anything back, and then you have to do that for 6 months, which is it's a terrible feeling, and I'm just trying to warn you guys of what's out there. Now, some of those things will work, but I found that it's mostly branding. They're going to tell you, oh, it doesn't work if you do it for 1 month because it takes a long time to build it up. And that may be the case, but a lot of times it builds more credibility to where when you go to get that job, oh, they did see that form of marketing that you did, so I know that you are a real businessman around and you're spending money on marketing, but you're not going to be getting phone calls and they're like, yeah, how'd you hear about us? Oh, I heard about you from that form of marketing. That's what I've at least found, and I don't think you should be branding till you have a good amount of capital in your bank account. And if you're just starting out or you've been struggling to get a surplus and save money each month, I would not recommend that type of marketing to start out with. And I just wanted to give that helpful tip out to you guys, and hopefully it helps some people out.